So, with the year of Shadow coming to a close and it being so successful in bringing attention back to the Sonic series, you would hope they'd do something similar to it again, like another year focused on another character. Well, I think I know what character should be reinstated and brought back into the spotlight. From being introduced in one of the most critically acclaimed games of all time, then to go on to have some of the best characterization ever seen in the Sonic comics, and now being portrayed as a...
I'm an optimist, but I'm also a realist.
That's right, the character I think should have an entire year focused on them is the one, the only, the absolute dreamer himself, Future Trunks, Silver the Hedgehog. Silver the Hedgehog has been on the back end of the franchise for a while now, which is unfortunate because I feel like Silver is a really amazing character and can easily be expanded upon after the events of 06. Sadly, after 06 and Rivals, I guess, they haven't really given Silver a direction for his character. Similar to Shadow, who hadn't had any real time in the spotlight for years, got all of that and more with the Fearless Year of Shadow campaign. But I hear you saying, what would a year of Silver even be, Kingie? What would it contain? Worry not, Loyal Knight. I, the real Kingie, have made 3 concepts of what I think a year of Silver could contain. Here's my year of Silver full concept. Timeline? I guess you could probably call it that. Okay, I never claimed to be a passionate graphic designer. I'm just a subpar YouTuber after all. But logos won't matter here because I'm gonna go in depth, to a certain extent, on how each of these 3 concepts could play out for Silver's year. First off, Sonic X Silver the Hedgehog, or Sonic X Silver 06, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Obviously, this is a parallel to Sonic X Shadow Generations. Can't I get more original? Anyway, my concept for Sonic X Silver the Hedgehog will be an obvious remaster of Sonic 06, packaged in with an all-new game, akin to the Shadow portion of Sonic X Shadow Generations. Silver's portion of this game would take place right after Silver's future was left in disarray by Iblis, aka... The game would delve into his relationship with Blaze, how they became friends, overcame the hardships of living in a world overtaken by the flames of disaster, and how Silver ultimately becomes the young warrior we see in Sonic 06. The story goes, after an attack on one of the few safe havens of Earth where Silver and Blaze lived, they start a journey to find all the lost pieces of an artifact called the Eclipse Core. Along the way, Silver encounters a mysterious entity, Mephiles, who slowly manipulates the events going forward from the shadows, subtly edging him to become the pawn he needs for the events of Sonic 06. Silver's abilities would most likely stay the same, just to only be a more polished version from Sonic 06. Silver and Blaze would obviously be playable, with the both of them having different sets of level each. All new stages would be included, like a future version of Westopolis, which is one of the final safe havens, Destroyed Wave Ocean, and a new future version of Crisis City.
The whole city's on fire!
Missions could delve into meeting past fallen warriors who have fought and died to Iblis, bringing perspective on how Silver's future was originally destroyed. These visions would come to Silver every time he collects a piece of the Eclipse Core. Additionally, there could also be side missions where Silver and Blaze have to protect or save different civilians. Boss fights in this game would feature battles with different Iblis monsters, clearing areas of the world for you to explore after defeating one. Sadly, Silver's efforts would unfortunately be in vain, because the ultimate climax eventually puts Silver into a battle against a newly evolved...
The flames of disaster!
No! None of that! Its name is Iblis. Its name is Iblis. The ultimate climax eventually puts Silver into battle against a newly evolved Iblis in what could be his final attempt to take down the terrible being. In the battle that showcases Silver's full power and base form, Silver and Blaze attempt to use the Eclipse Core to seal away Iblis. Unfortunately though, by Iblis being awake for so long, that made its power grow to unbelievable heights, which has now given Iblis the ability to reject and power through the Core's ability to seal it away, like it did once long ago. Because of this, Iblis grows stronger, and eclipses Silver and Blaze's power just as Mephiles wanted, eventually taking over the rest of the world, including the safe havens, eventually setting the stage for the events of Sonic 06 as we know it. I lack a transition for this, so... Next up, Silver Hopeful. My concept for Silver Hopeful will be a mini-series similar to Dark Beginnings, aka a mini-series they did for Shadow during this year. Silver Hopeful would take place right after the events of Sonic 06, and would consist of 6 episodes, and will follow the erasure of Solaris at the end of 06. Silver returns to his future expecting his world to be fixed, however to his dismay, while Iblis is indeed gone, his world is still in ruin. While all the flames of disaster are gone, his world is nothing but a wasteland. No, not that. Blaze is gone. Somehow she was erased alongside Solaris. Silver, the only one who remembers 06, is left to fix what remains of his world. He follows a new path forward, finding and helping survivors. I hear you asking, how was Silver able to remember 06? Well, he's able to remember 06 due to the fact that the remnants of the erased timeline remain in Silver's current timeline. Confusing, I know. These remnants are called echoes. Silver doesn't recall everything, but he has vague visions and deja vu. Silver would find new purpose, make new allies, visit new parts of his world frozen in space-time, and hopefully restore his future's peace once again. Now, originally I was going to explain each episode and new character idea to you guys, but this episode will be way too damn long, and you guys know how I am with episode writing, editing, and uploading. And plus, I think I'm gonna gatekeep all that for another episode. So let me know if you knights would actually want that as an episode in the comment section below. But in full, Silver Hopeful would ideally be an emotional series that really explores Silver as a character and finally gives him an impactful solo arc beyond just being future Trunks. Wow, really making that joke twice, huh, Kingie? Fucking unoriginal. And you wonder why no one likes your channel. This series will really define his character as an important role in the Sonic series once again. Back to how relevant he was in the 2000s post 06. So, what do you think? Would you actually like to see Blaze return at some point in this story? Do you like this concept, and what else would you like for me to expand on? So, that's it for this one. Next, Silver the Hedgehog, Hero of Hope. This is the grand finale of my concept for the Year of Silver. Something I think not only Silver fans can enjoy, but the entire Sonic fanbase. Yes, even them. Silver the Hedgehog, Hero of Hope will be a full-scale Sonic game that would staple Silver's place as a true hero in the Sonic universe. Set after Silver Hopeful, Silver the Hedgehog, Hero of Hope is a full next-gen Sonic mainline title. This would obviously substitute for a movie tie-in, since we ain't seeing that shit till 2027, baby! Now more confident in himself and his abilities he holds, Silver faces his most insane challenge yet, Nocturne. Despite his past failures and inability to save Blaze, Silver gets back up, determined to fix his future. Some core gameplay features would be expanded on, like Silver's psychokinesis combat being made more fluent and combo reliant. This game would see the inclusion of high-speed levitation and platforming, alongside improvements to Silver's movement. Silver's movement will be more momentum-focused, with the new ability to burst dash, allowing for him to use some of his psychokinetic energy to gain more speed, instead of the normal hold boost to win formula we've gotten used to. Being able to slow time would also be a new feature for Silver that would be added. It would be useful for combat and puzzles along the way. Then, the levels. The levels will be large, semi-open zones. They would all have a mix of platforming, combat, and environmental interaction, all set in multiple timelines. Bosses would be pretty challenging, featuring attacks that would incentivize players to use Silver's different abilities to defeat the enemy. Again, I am saving this for another episode, so let me know if you want me to expand on this in the future. Ultimately, the game would end with Silver gaining a new badass form and defeating Nocturne, who, yes, I will whip up a design for in a future episode of TRK, so stay tuned. In all, Silver the Hedgehog, Hero of Hope will be the penultimate showcase of not only Silver's growth as a character, but a showcase of his growth throughout the entire Year of Silver, ending with a definitive, triumphant story for his character. So in all, this was a collection of some simple concepts I would love to see used for one of the most underutilized characters in all of the Sonic mythos. Alrighty then, Mr. Sega, how'd you like my pitch? Never mind, I already know you liked it. I'll be waiting for my check in the mail. Peace, my fellow knights. Until next time. Actually, it was really shit. Silver, go ahead. Wait, what?
How about this?